Bushmaster Survival Gloves, and here we are. We're going to take a look at this Bushmaster Ultimate Survival Kit. Knife, more knockoff, and the saw. You just saw, we did use this Bushmaster Survival folding camp saw, and this one is actually better than the first one we got, because I have gotten this one twice too. The first one, this was very loose and it like came out. This one, you got to shake it pretty hard for it to get it to fly out. Now again, I don't particularly like the way that this one locks back, but I didn't have any problems with it. It stayed locked. The original video, it took me like 20 minutes to do this damage right here. It took me 20 minutes to get all this cut off, all of this cut off, and all of that cut off in there. Now, wondering why I'm cutting all this crap out. Well, it's because it's Texas sage and it's great for landscaping, but it doesn't do much. It just brings in bees, which I want, but this area is going to be part of the garden project. So, but before I can do all that Texas sage. So once I get it all cut down, and then I got to figure out how to get the stumps out and the roots, because this thing will come back from the roots. It's like a weed. And so I'm going to have to dig this up. I'm probably going to use that Bushmaster Survival or the Bug Out Survival shovel that we got and try to get all these stumps up. But I want to get this whole area here cleaned up real good, and we're going to remove a lot of this crap dirt and we're going to fill it in with good soil. And my plan is, because I do want the bees, but I want something that actually produces something. So more than likely, I'm going to put in blackberries right there. I love blackberries. They're my favorite fruit, my favorite berry, and I think this is a good spot for them. We can put them along the fence line, and then, hey, if any goes to our neighbors, hey, she can eat blackberries too. It doesn't matter to me. But I got to get rid of this crap. Once that crap is out, that's going to give me a nice raised bed. This thing is really wide, and it's already a raised bed. You know, it's on the side of the house here. To get it hooked up, I'll probably, when I get it all set up, I'll probably put some soaker hoses and bury the soaker hoses. And then when it comes time for me to water it, I'll just run the hose over there. I'll just take the hose over, and right over here in the corner here, the spigot's sticking up. Turn it on, and then I'll just have a long soaker hose serpentine under there. I'll water them from underneath, and then that way we can have some good blackberries. And then over there, that's all the rubbish. I'll take it to the dump. Then over here we're gonna have peach, nectarine, peach, pomegranate, lemon lime, almond, and turn the front yard into, you know, a food forest as well. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do over here now, since we moved all this stuff to the back, because, you know, before, you know, this is where we had it underneath the sunshade here. I'm still gonna use this area. What for? So it'll, you know, obviously need something that needs like a lot of shade. So I don't know, I might put strawberries over there, you know, just turn this whole thing into just a strawberry patch, you know. And then again, it's gonna be a challenge here in El Paso, but hey, I can do it. I can figure it out with that sunshade, because it provides a lot of shade. It keeps it pretty cool under there. And then I just had, you know, put up a sprinkler system, sprinkle it early in the morning, get it nice and moist. And once those strawberries have spread all over the carpet, they'll make like a carpet, you know, then the leaves will help keep the moisture down. And, you know, we'll give it a try. That wouldn't be bad. Have blackberries, strawberries, fruit nuts, and then of course our garden in the back. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about this saw. And I got to tell you, okay, first and foremost, it's not a Silky, right? I mean, look, it has China written on it right there, right? It's Bushmaster Survival. However, if anything that I have learned from the Bud K SHTF boxes is that some of the better products do come from Bushmaster Survival. This is no exception. Is this a Silky? No. I'm not telling you. If you can afford a Silky, get a Silky. If you can't afford a Silky, this one here is not bad. You know, I've gotten one from Family Dollar. I've gotten it from Harbor Freight. You know, I've gotten 2 of these ones now. Yeah, my new tattoo. Thank you, Gabriel. So, you know, this is not, I'm not saying replace a Silky with this, but if this is all you got, this will do the trick. This right here, for the price, because you got this and a knife for like $10. This is like a, you know, essentially a $5 saw and a $5 more knockoff. Now, we haven't really tested the knife too much yet. We will put that to the test later on. But right now, this saw really does the trick. Now, I don't have a ferro rod on me, but I bet that this is, because this is a really sharp spine, I'll bet you this will throw some sparks too. So, it didn't, there were a couple times, you know, but it wobbled a little bit, but they were like really thin branches. So I don't blame the saw. But this right here, the teeth are aggressive. Ooh. As you can see, those teeth are aggressive. They're offset just enough so that you can push it and pull it, and it'll cut both ways. So, again, the locking mechanism, not my favorite. Not my favorite, but when it locks down, it stays locked. So, no problem with that. I didn't have any problem using this saw. I mean, look at the pile of brush that I was able to come up with in 20 minutes. That took me 20 minutes. And yeah, I was a little bit out of breath, but that's because, you know, I'm old and I'm a little bit out of shape. I'm getting there. Getting back into shape. But this saw did the trick. The knife, I don't know. We'll test the knife later. But again, I sped the video up, so, you know, it was fast, but it did take me 20 minutes to get rid of 3 of those bushes. Most of the ones that are left, I got something else planned for those ones there. I want to put that new Gerber we got from Gear Pack. I want to give it a try to see if it'll hack through some of those what's left of those. But yeah, this is a pretty good saw. I think that, again, the Bushmaster knives that I've gotten are not too bad. They're some of the better knives I've gotten from Bud K. The Bushcraft knives are really good. They have like a wooden handle, full tang, 1095 steel. Pretty good. They throw sparks real good. And I want to give another shout out to these gloves, right? These back 40 gloves, I've been giving these the business. I use these all the time. This is another one for the price. These things are good. I haven't no issue with these, no tears, nothing. So, and these also came from the SHTF box. So again, I'm trying to use the stuff that we got from those boxes, subscription boxes, mainly because, yeah, I open them and I say, oh, this is cool, this is cool, oh, this is crap, but we don't ever see them in use, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put these items into use so that you can see, hey, are they good or are they crap, right? Most of it's crap. I mean, we know that. It's gimmicky knockoff stuff. But just because it's gimmicky knockoff stuff, like this saw here, yeah, this is not a silky. I mean, make no mistake, this is a cheap saw. This is a cheap saw. This would not be my primary, but hey, if this is all I got, hey, I'm packing it, I'm taking it, because it's going to do the trick. So, the shovel, again, overpriced, but it has all those little gimmicky stuff to go along with it. Does it do the trick? For the most part, yeah, it doesn't shovel too well, but it does the trick, and we're gonna put it to use over on those stumps, try to get rid of all the stumps over there too. That way, I got to get that whole area cleaned up. So I got like a month to do it, because I got to get that cleaned up and ready to go so I can get those blackberries in like February. Get those blackberry starters in there. That way we got this. I hate when people do that. Hope I don't get a copyright strike for this shit. But any rate, that's the gist of it, and basically that's what's going on. You know, the saw's pretty good, the gloves are great, the shovel, not bad. But anyway, we'll check out the knife. We'll check out the other half of this. We'll look at the knife later. But until next time, hey, keep prepping.